nothing to lose now. Everything to prove now. Long as I'm alive, I'ma fight back. My fire never cools down. And I'm about to catch fire. Yeah, I'm about to catch fire. Get ready for the new me. Get ready for the new me. Try to hold me down and I go higher. Try to put me out and I go louder. I'm a fighter, a survivor. Stand back when I catch fire.
Welcome to the Corona post-show, day number 1 of the Corona Saquarema Pro, presented by Banco Do Brasil. And we had a wild ride today. You know what? It was a lot of effort, but we did have some brilliant moments out there. I'm Kaipo, joined by Mitchell and Bruno, talking you through all of day 1's action. And I'm going to start with you, Mitch. I mean, there were some moments of brilliance out there, and this is when things get grindy. You know, this is what surf competition sometimes is all about.
It turned into a real QS today. I felt like it wasn't even a Challenger Series event anymore. It was really just the QS. And if this were Virginia Beach back on the East Coast in the United States, we'd probably be running 3 different podiums out there right now. But today, these men did their jobs, Kaipo.
Yeah. Hey, look it wasn't easy. They got the job done, and that's what surf competition is all about, showing up and blowing up and doing it within that 30 minutes. And you know who did it within the 30 minutes? He actually made it look good out there. Wiggly Dantes, he won the last heat of the day. The conditions went crazy, but that didn't deter Wiggly. Let's hear from him.
Yeah, Wiggly, the swell picked up a little bit, but crazy conditions still. So how did you manage to find these two good waves?
Yeah, the swell is building, and it's super fun to surf like Itaúna with this big. It's been windy and bumpy, but it's still fun. When you catch like the good ones, like make big turn, and you get a score. So I'm super happy to like find 2 good ones in the end, and super stoked to make my heat. Feel good to be here in Itaúna.
Nice. And what kind of equipment did you choose for this condition?
I use my normal board. This board is pretty much I've been like work with Havenga. I've been like trying like different boards and stuff, and this one is brand new board. I use like 3 times and works super good. So this one's like the magic one.
Nice. And how good is to be here with your brother?
It's good. This year I supposed to compete more events, but I have like a test for COVID like 6 months ago, and my back is being like sore and stuff, but I'm just back like training healthy and being surfing like super good. And my brother's been pushing the limits too, so it's been like super good to be with my brother and surf and have a good time.
Okay, thank you very much, Wiggly. So with you guys in the booth.
Thank you, Maria. And you know what? Gosh, Bruno, we had some surprises today, but one thing that didn't surprise us was the performance of 3-time world champ Gabe Medina. He came up and he did what Gabe does.
Yeah, we use the expression the alpha dog, and he work as the alpha dog. He surfs pretty good, confident, and did the job done, led the job done in minutes.
Yeah, right from the beginning of the heat. And,
yeah.
And that's what, that's what champs are all about, Mitchell, is guys that are on that another level, and Gabe Medina shows up, and just like that, the switch is on.
Well, his empirical knowledge is the most impressive thing, right? Because he's able to do that within the first 5 minutes, get those 12 points that he needs in order to make it through. And after that, he's just really looking to better those 2 scores, but sometimes he doesn't even need to. I felt like this was one of those examples, Kaipo.
Yeah, well, let's take a look at heat number 8 in the opening round. Gabe Medina's back in the jersey. He's back at Itaúna, and he put on a show. Normal focus and warm up for Gabe Medina at the water's edge. And then right like this, Mitch starts off with a 7 1.67.
Yeah, good score. And I mean, we're talking about one of the highest scores of the event so far. Beautiful combination of backhand turns right there. And then what I was able to see from him is that he's motivated to win here at Saquarema because he hasn't done that before. And then the New Zealander, Kehu Butler, with a nice little comeback. But this guy, Kaipo, was definitely the person to watch all morning long in this heat.
Yeah, Bruno, this is how you work for score right here. Tough wave to surf, but Gabe Medina adds his own little flair.
Yeah, he put his backhand and managed to do some magic there. Huh?
So Gabe Medina and Kehu Butler moving out of that opening round into the round of 48. And Kehu Butler, Mitch, he's one to look out for because I think that this guy's been under the radar for a while, but he's a super talented surfer, this Maori surfer.
For sure, for sure. I love that he brings that kind of passion and culture into his surfing too, and that was a huge upset at Qualification Pinto too, one of the promising surfers out of North America right now, and he made that happen, and he didn't even concentrate on getting first.
Well, let's set up where are they going into the round of 48 as we look. Medina going to be in, wait, actually, we're going to go with this heat. Heat number 1, that was Jadson Andre. That's how we started the day. Jaddy Baby made his way over here and handedly won his heat. But as we look into the round of 48, we're going to see Medina, Schilling, Wakita, and Gunderson. That's going to be a matchup when we resume competition.
All goofy footers too in that heat.
I like it.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one, especially with the increase in swell. I think we're going to see some good action. Should definitely see some of the best surfers come out in that in terms of the surfers that probably practice more in bigger and heavier waves. I think Gabe, Jet Schilling is not necessarily somebody that comes to mind when it comes to heavy surf, but he's got to impress us and he's got to impress the judges out there in order to make it into the round 24.
Yeah, that's right. Well, another guy he's good in heavy conditions, but he's also light-footed when you need to. The big Hawaiian Ezekiel Lau, Bruno, he showed up and he got the job done today.
Oh, he's so confident, huh? And he won the U.S. Open. He's find the rhythm, the momentum, and he's building to be again on the top level, like in CT level.
Yeah, I mean, Mitch, Ezekiel Lau, a good finish here. We may see Zeke Lau qualify for the 2023 championship tour right here in Saquarema.
And I think based off of today's performance too, I wouldn't be surprised if him actually clinching enough points to re-qualify for the championship tour in 2023 here in Saquarema. But the one thing I will say is that he's not only been nimble and quick when it comes to those small conditions like today. When it gets big out there, he's one of the standout surfers that you need to watch out for. He's probably going to post excellent scores every single heat that he has out there when it's big hypes.
Yeah, that was heat number 4 today. Let's take a look at the performance from Ezekiel Lau. It's cold outside, but Zeke's all warmed up, ready to go, Mitch.
Yeah, and it was a good battle too, but he just seemed like he was in rhythm from the horn and, you know, dropped the 7 on this wave right here on the left. And how much has he improved on both the rights and the lefts too, Kaipo? That's the thing that's impressed me the most. He's a student of the game, and he's evolved just as much as every other surfer on the Challenger Series and even on the CT too. I mean, look at this finish right there. Just a banger right there for Zeke Lau.
Yeah, he looks fast and lighter and faster than ever.
Marcus Correa put on an air show.
Yeah, and this kid came in as a wild card too. He has nothing to lose, everything to gain. So a big, big win there for Marcos Correa moving through.
Showing the fins, huh?
Yeah, getting loose out there as we look at that heat that we were talking about with Gabe Medina. But setting up for the next heat for Ezekiel Lau, round of 48, we're going to want to stand by for that one. It's going to be Ezekiel Lau, Eitan Osborne, Kalani Ball, and Douglas Silva in the next matchup.
That's a great heat. That's a great heat. Kind of clash of styles too from all 4 surfers. Everybody's from like a different background as well.
Yeah, and Bruno, you were talking about Douglas Silva and his approach.
Yeah.
This is his first Challenger Series event, but he showed up and got the job done today, so we'll see if he can continue his run.
He's very young, but his talent, he's good in larger stuff, in barrels, and he showed today his skills on the air game. Like, he's doing great.
Yeah, that's going to be great. Again, that is going to be the first heat when we get into the round of 48. We still got some work to do over here. We still got to finish off the round of 96, but I feel, Mitchell, that we got some work done today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Today was a work day. It was a grindy day for the surfers, but that's what you got to do. This is a surf competition.
It is, and you need to be adaptable to any kind of conditions that they throw at you, too. Remember, we have a waiting period, but that doesn't necessarily guarantee that we're always going to wait for those conditions that might be promising in the long scheme of things. You got to be ready from day one, minute number one, to go and paddle out and get a heat win.
Yeah, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint, and we're starting the marathon right now. Well, there were some highlights today, and we got some top 5 moments to go through. And I love going through our top 5 of the day, and we got some great top 5 today to share with you. Coming in, Corona Saquarema Pro, presented by Banco Do Brasil, number 5, Mitchell, Justin Becret.
Yeah, I had a chance to travel with Justin and Next last year after the CT event at Barra de la Cruz, and not only has he improved a lot, I think he's gotten much better in terms of the competitive sense too. Working with Richard Dog Marsh, you see the 2 waves right there, a 7 and a 6 that moved him up into a 13-point heat total, and he easily dominated this heat from beginning to end, Kipes.
Yeah, strong surfing from the surfer representing fans. Bruno, number 4. Ezekiel Lau, the warrior, came out to battle.
It looks like a different situation, a different day of competition. Huh? Sunny, small waves in the beginning of the day, and Ezekiel just took control of his heat. He did a great job. Huh?
Did an excellent job. We'll see him in the round of 48. Number 3, Mitchell, Gabe Medina. What do you expect from a 3-time world champ? You expect him to open up with a bang.
Funky cold Medina for a reason, Kaipo, and just as Tone Loke said, this kid's got skills with thrills and drops one of the highest scores of the event so far, 7.67 with just 2 turns.
Bruno, you called it. The new blood, Douglas Silva, with a buzzer beater in this heat.
Yeah, with the full rotation, like, look at that. Bangs. Just flawless, huh?
This was in the final seconds of his matchup. Got the job done. He was trailing the entire heat, and Douglas Silva comes through. And number 1, Mitchell, David Silva skated through, looking excellent out there and getting an excellent score.
Yeah, and the highest heat total of the event so far, 14 points. How's that combo right there? The amount of strength that this guy has. Has been a runner-up at the CT level before, but got knocked off earlier this year. He's looking to requalify and was able to do it in 2 different types of surfing. One with the rail and then one with the air, and the combos right here, Kaipo. Beautiful double grab up into a couple of floaters right there to finish that wave off.
Just skatey on top of the water, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. That's David Silva. Whew, what a day. Your thoughts about us going tomorrow, Bruno? I'm going to go with the local.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's going to be a challenge, huh? The swell is increasing, and the wind maybe is going to be stronger than today.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we have to wake up and see.
See what the day brings us.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
The window's like shaking right now
Yeah,
behind
the
us.
the
like-
wash machine is turning to the
Yeah.
at the highest level. Like,
Well, hey, look at hats off to all the competitors that came through today and all the guys who really stepped up and put those performances up, because this is what surf competition sometimes is all about. It's about getting your head in the game, getting the job done, and getting past that round into the next round. And so, Mitchell, we'll see if conditions improve. Could be a delay day. We don't know. What we know for sure is you want to check in tomorrow morning, worldsurfleague.com, to see if it's another run day here at the Corona Saquarema Pro, presented by Banco Do Brasil. I just want to tell everybody, obrigado, mahalo for watching, and we'll see you guys. Enjoy the end of the day highlights. Aloha.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.